There we go. Now we got sound. Look at that. Right. I'm almost a real YouTuber. Welcome everyone. Good to see you. See, people are slowly dropping in, which is fun. So yeah, we are in June already. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Suddenly it's June. Okay, let me just put my camera perfect, because, like, it's a little bit too low. Yeah, just that. Yeah. Tad bit higher. Okay, so, yeah, today we're going to look at the new archaeological discoveries that were made in May. But, yeah. End of May, I went to France. I went to Paris for a couple days, which was amazing. Loved it. Completely, fully melted, because it was hot as fuck. But it's fine. It's fine. I survived. And so yeah, I didn't stream for, I think, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Something like that. Apparently a lot of people haven't seen my latest video that I released almost 2 weeks ago now. And I'm very sad, because it's my worst performing video in like over 4 years. Yeah. And it even talks about like preservation of ancient sites, and I really thought it was a good video, but I don't know. Apparently, maybe you guys didn't. It's fine. It's fine. I'll survive. I'll just cry in a corner. No, it's fine. Alright, so let's get into a window capture. Oh, there we go. Why is this not the right size? Let's see if we can fix that. Don't know. Oh, it's probably because I didn't size the window correctly. Ah, so it wasn't the stream. It wasn't the stream. It was just me being a weirdo. Okay, let's put this just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, even good on the TikToks now. Oh my god, look at me. So, on top of people missing my latest video, apparently a lot of people also missed the fact that I launched a whole new merch line. It's called The Skull Collection. And I personally think that it's amazing. I worked about 2.5, almost 3 months on these designs. Not many people have seen this, I think. So we got travel mugs. This is the Chauvet design, but we got them with skulls, which is, you know, hominin skulls. We got backpacks with hominin skulls. We got the 5 skulls of the 5 species that I picked. Heidelbergensis, Erectus, Floresiensis, Naledi, and Neanderthalensis, or Neanderthals. The shirts are a little bit more expensive than the previous Chauvet line. And the reason for that is it has to do with the printing areas. So, like, look at this Neanderthal t-shirt here. You can see the front, Homo neanderthalensis. You can see skulls on the sleeves. And we got the skulls on the back, big as well. It's like skulls! Skulls everywhere. It's skullception, okay? Skullception. With the Homo genus, with just the 5 separate species of species in the Homo genus. I mean, I like it. I also like the font that I used. I mean, I designed it myself. I mean, of course I like it. Otherwise, I would never have done this. But if everything works, you should go to historywithkaylee.com and you should be brought to, bam, the merch store. So, yeah, I highly recommend that you go do that. I will put that in, oh no, not this window. This window, merch here. Bam. I will put that in the chat on the YouTubes, and I will pin message It's pinned, so you can go there now. I'm not going to play a game today. Today we're going to look at some archaeological discoveries that were made in the month of May. Because I should have streamed last week, and I didn't. So, apologies. Apologies. My sincere apologies. I think I did stream last week. I don't know. I don't remember when I streamed last. But yeah, so we got the skulls, Neanderthalensis, we got Floresiensis, we got Homo erectus, Homo naledi, Homo heidelbergensis, or heidelbergensis. Ha! Like it. And coasters. So yeah. So this is the Chauvet Lions coaster. It's very orange. And I decided to make the skull coaster a little bit less orange. Okay? But yeah, so as I said, Chauvet collection, it's all still there. Everything that used to be in the merch store, it's still there. But I added all these awesome skulls. I really like the designs with like the skulls on the sleeves and on the front and on the back along your spine. And I will be making sweaters around, let's say, early September. So right before autumn truly begins, that's when I will bring out the skull sweaters. But right now, there's no reason for me to put out skull sweaters because, yeah, it's almost, I think almost everywhere around the world at the moment, it's quite warm. Maybe my Aussie and New Zealand fans may tell me that I need to shut up and make sweaters for them. If they really want me to, I will. Just let me know. But otherwise, sweaters will be dropped in, I think, September. And that will have, like, skulls along the sleeves as well. Like, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But, yeah, worked really hard on this for about 3 months. And I don't know. Somehow, I don't think many people have seen the release of this collection, just like they haven't seen my previous video. So I thought I would rectify that and just drop it here in the stream. So yeah, please buy merch because I worked really hard on it. But that said, I also still invite you to the Turkey-a-tour. Yes, please join. I would love it to have as many people as possible with me on this trip. I know that there's talks about constructing a canopy, like a roof structure over Karahan Tepe. They haven't started yet. We honestly thought that they would start this year. They haven't started yet, which means that this truly might be the actual last year that you can see Karahan Tepe before that roof gets constructed. Göbekli Tepe is only to be seen under that roof. So, you know, I can't stress this enough. It might truly be the last year to see Karahan Tepe under a blue sky with clouds. And it's magical to see it like that. And it's insanely big. So, highly recommend to join. Go to thecommunitygarden.org/tours, and then you can see the Ancient Anatolia tour. I will also drop... why do I do that in the wrong window for the second time in a row? I will also drop that tour into the chat. There we go. There we go. All right. So, let's jump into the new discoveries, because the World Cup's starting, and since 2006, for the past 20 years, I've only missed 7 World Cup games. I know I'm going to miss a couple this World Cup because some of them are like 3 or 4 in the morning here. And I do need sleep, and my boyfriend also needs sleep, so I'm already gonna miss quite a couple games. But yeah, it would suck if I miss everything, and this is the opening game, and I don't think I've ever missed an opening game. So I will do the stream because I didn't want to not do a stream because I haven't streamed in so long by now. But yeah. I hope you don't hate me, but it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I would like to watch that second half. So yeah. Okay, now let's get into it. And we're going to start with an ancient Saka burial mounds ancient Saka burial mounds that were unearthed near Issyk Kul in Kyrgyzstan. Never heard of ancient sites in Kyrgyzstan, but gimme. I'm here for it, you know? I'm woo. Yes, the Orange Lions. Come on. Hup Holland hup. We want to win. We've been so close so many times. Do I have full faith in my team? No, but I've never had full faith in my team. So, I mean, let's just get into it. Come on. All right, so a series of ancient burial mounds has been uncovered on the northern shore of Issyk Kul, close to Cholpon Ata in Kyrgyzstan. Archaeologists date the site to the 8th to 6th century BCE and connect it with the early Sakas, part of the wider Scythian Saka cultural world. The find came to light during work on a new bypass road. Before construction moves forward, archaeologists are documenting what lies in its path. Excavations began on April 5th under the direction of Aida Abdikanova, who is leading the field team. Around 30 features were identified in the construction zone. So far, 22 have been examined. Most are burial mounds, along with one larger stone-built structure described as a tash koru. Inside the graves, archaeologists have recovered ceramic vessels, a bronze pin, and a stone sharpening tool. These items point to burial practices rather than everyday discard. Ceramics likely served as offerings, and the bronze pin may have been part of clothing or personal adornment. The sharpening objects were also groups. Horse-based movement, seasonal travel, and shared customs shaped their way of life. Burial mounds and the inclusion of objects with the dead are typical features linked to them. The layout of the site shows a clear pattern. Circular stone settings surround rectangular pits. The arrangement suggests planning rather than chance placement. It indicates a defined burial area used more than once. The location fits with what is known about the region. The Issyk Kul Basin lies between the Tian Shan Mountains and the open steppe, with routes leading toward western China. For groups moving through these landscapes, it would have been a natural corridor. Kyrgyzstan contains many archaeological sites from different periods, but large areas remain little studied. Finds like this often appear during construction projects when previously hidden remains are exposed. Work at the site continues. Researchers are trying to determine who used the burial ground and how widely it was connected to other Saka groups. More evidence may clarify whether it served a small local community or a broader network. For now, the excavation provides a record of how people in this region buried their dead more than 2 millennia ago. The site is being documented step by step as construction work proceeds nearby. Ooh, and this is why we have a partner, people, because look, I just got a rum coke. So cheers. Thank y'all. Cheers. This is why I have a boyfriend, like seriously. I'm just streaming and I just randomly get a rum coke. Don't even need to ask for it. Thank you for the rose, Christy. That's really kind of you. All right, so that was the first. As you can see, I didn't pick as many as I normally do, because normally these streams are like, what, 2.5 hours? Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Okay, so the next one. How the Nile helped an ancient Sudanese city thrive for centuries. A stretch of the Nile in northern Sudan appears to have underpinned the long occupation of Napata, an early urban center of the Kushite state. According to work led by the University of Michigan, Napata lies beside Jebel Barkal, where temples, pyramids, and a sandstone outcrop dominate the skyline. The city was active from rough skyline. The city was and instead examines the valley floor. 26 sediment cores were taken across the floodplain, some extending beyond 10 meters in depth. Samples were logged at regular intervals and dated using luminescence techniques that indicate when mineral grains were last exposed to light. The record spans about 12,500 years. Really nice. Thank you so much, William Pals, for all the stickers on the TikTok. That's cool. So the lower sections show a river cutting into its valley with coarser material and signs of a more energetic flow. Higher up, the sequence changes. From around 4,000 years ago, deposition becomes the dominant process. Fine clays and silts accumulate and the valley floor builds upwards, forming a broad, low gradient floodplain. Okay. Are we lagging? Is that what I'm seeing there? Like, are we lagging? Let me just. YouTube's not receiving, like, what are you talking about, YouTube? I think we're okay-ish. Okay. I think we're okay. Tell me if it's lagging. If it's lagging, just tell me, and there's not much I can do about it at the moment without starting a new stream, but at least then I knew. You know? Okay. So, cheers. I think we're fine-ish, but okay. Not seeing anyone tell me that it's lagging, so I think we're fine. So that transition alters risk. Incising rivers can shift channels and erode banks. Depositional systems tend to spread water over flatter ground. At Napata, the latter conditions appear to have prevailed for millennia, supplying water while limiting the kind of flooding that disrupts settlement. Oh, it's only temporary. Okay-ish. Okay. Okay. Fingers crossed then. Because, I mean, I didn't even do the low latency this time like I normally do. I did the normal latency, which people said that this was better. So either they lied or YouTube's being weird. Because apparently it's not lagging on the TikToks. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing a thing. Okay, so the buildup is substantial, close to 10 meters of fine material in places. Such soils retain moisture and support cultivation. For a settlement on the desert margin, that combination, reliable water and workable land, would have been decisive. Hydraulics upstream may have reinforced the pattern. The fourth cataract of the Nile, a reach of rapids and rocky channels, lies above Jebel Barkal. As water loses energy across the cataract, its capacity to carry sediment falls, encouraging deposition downstream. Over long periods, that process helps stabilize the floodplain. Conditions along the Nile in Sudan are not uniform. In many reaches, islands, rapids, and constricted channels interrupt movement and divide communities. Those settings are less favorable for sustained urban growth. The reach at Napata stands out for its relative steadiness during the period in question. Napata rose as Kush expanded after the decline of Egypt's new kingdom. The kingdom is noted by Herodotus and appears in to that history. Rather than a single event, it points to a long phase in which river behavior remained comparatively even, allowing soils to accumulate and the valley floor to level out. Jim Ross, thank you so much for gifting everyone like a membership. That's so kind of you. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you, Jim. Everyone that got a membership from Jim, thank Jim, please. I'm lagging again. No, I don't want to lag. I don't want to lag. I mean, I can't really do much. It's just, it is YouTube being weird. No one in the house is like using internet in any way, shape, or form. I don't even have Premiere Pro open. I don't know, people. I hate that it's lagging. I'm sorry. We're learning about archaeological discoveries in May. So, fieldwork has relied heavily on Sudanese archaeologists and technicians who have continued sampling and site work despite the current conflict. Their measurements and logs underpin the stratigraphic interpretation. The results also highlight a gap in research. Much of what is known about the Nile comes from work in Egypt. Farther south, the river's behavior differs in detail. Sediment records Sediment records such as these provide a way to compare reaches and to link environmental change with settlement patterns. At Napata, the evidence sits below ground level. Stacked layers of sand, silt, and clay, recording shifts in flow and deposition. Together, they describe a river that, for a long interval, delivered water and fertile ground without extreme instability, conditions that helped sustain a city over many centuries. Despite all the difficulties and hardship of Sudan because of the ongoing war, research is continuing through the efforts of our local collaborators, said geomorphologist Jan Peters. Their work is central to the project, which places strong emphasis on our community engagement and collaboration with Sudanese researchers. So, okay. Yeah, conflict is doing some heavy lifting. I agree. Yeah. My internet's not loving me. I don't know. I don't know why it's being so weird. People always told me, like, you do the normal latency. So I did normal latency. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I can't, I get errors and like, why are you being so weird? Like, I'm checking, but I'm sorry, guys. Like, now I'm really sad that it's just not working properly. Okay, so next time, low latency. Let's go back to low latency like I normally do. But for today, I don't want to stop the stream and then start it again, because setting it up like takes a whole minute because I use Streamlabs. And, T-Rex Davidson, welcome. So we do new archaeological discoveries from May. So I like this. I like doing this. I do this every month at least. So there's an ancient island found in a Scottish log that they discovered is resting on hidden timber bases. So a new work at Loch Borgastale. I think I am pronouncing that correctly. If there are any Scottish people in my chat, please tell me if I completely butchered that name, because I might have. My sincere apologies. So new work at Loch Borgastale in Scotland has changed what archaeologists, thought they knew about a small artificial island. Whew, that was my mouth, come on, speak. So the site lies just off Isle of Lewis, where we can find the most famous stone circle in probably all of Scotland, which is Callanish, my very first video. So not even Scottish people can pronounce that name. Perfect. So I'm doing good. So the site lies just off Isle of Lewis and is one of many cranachs scattered across Scotland. At first glance, it appears to be little more than a low mound of stone. Excavations, however, have revealed a far more complex structure beneath the surface. Teams from the University of Southampton, working with the University of Reading, began excavations in 2021. Pieces of wood had been seen before, but they were thought to be minor supports. As the trench deepened, a clearer picture emerged. The stone layer sits on a structured base of timber and brushwood. The wood is not just reinforcement, it forms the island's main body. Dating work places the earliest phase between 3500 and 3300 BCE. That puts it earlier than Stonehenge's construction. Similar dates have been recorded at other sites in the region, like the standing stones of Callanish. Are you my cat? Finds from the water around the island add to that timeline. Divers recorded large amounts of Neolithic pottery, suggesting repeated visits or activity over a long period. The structure did not remain unchanged. Evidence points to later building phases. In the Middle Bronze Age, new layers of brushwood and stone were added. Activity continued into the Iron Age. A stone causeway, now submerged, links the island to the shore. To map the site, researchers used stereophotogrammetry. Wow, what a word. Stereophotogrammetry. There we go. We can do this. The method combines overlapping photographs to create a 3D model. It is widely used underwater but can be difficult in shallow conditions. At Loch Borgasteel, visibility is affected by sediment, plant material, and surface light. To deal with that, the team adjusted their approach. 2 waterproof cameras were fixed at a set distance apart and moved through the water by a diver. This setup improved image overlap and reduced gaps in the data. The result is a detailed model showing the island above and below the waterline as a single structure. Professor Fraser Sturt of the Southampton Marine and Maritime Institute said shallow water has long been a problem for this type of imaging. The revised method helped produce more reliable results. Cranochs are common in Scotland, but their purpose is still not fully understood. Building one would have required time, materials, and labor. That points to organized communities and some level of planning. The finds from Loch Borgasteel add to a growing view that these sites were more complex than simple dwellings. Details of the work have been published in the journal Advances in Archaeological Practice. Yay! So yeah, 5,000-year-old island with a completely timber structure. So like fully artificial island. Completely man-made. Yeah, all the Scots just left. All the Scots just left my chat and they were like, oh, hell no, woman. Oh, hell no. Okay, so we are going well. I can still see a little bit of the World Cup opening match if I go and continue on this in the speed. Continue in the speed, yes. Okay. Burnt stone and child's remains point to prehistoric mining site in the Pyrenees. Okay. Apparently, that's cool. So a cave high in the eastern Pyrenees is reshaping ideas about how prehistoric people used mountain landscapes. New excavations suggest that far from passing through, communities returned repeatedly to the site over thousands of years, likely to work copper-rich minerals. That's really cool. The site known as Cave 338 sits at 2,235 meters above sea level in the Fraser Valley. Its altitude alone once made sustained human activity seem unlikely. But archaeologists now say the evidence tells a different story. This was a place people came back to generation after generation, beginning around 5,500 years ago. Really cool. At the center of the discovery are a series of hearths uncovered near the cave entrance. Researchers have identified 23 in total, spread across 2 main occupation layers. Inside them were fragments of green stone believed to be malachite, a mineral used in early copper production. And here you can see that malachite in this picture. Am I a football fan? I am a massive football fan. And I'm a very big Dutch football supporter. I've got 2 Dutch jerseys. So like one is an official jersey with like my name, my last name on the back. And of course it's number 14 because I was born on November 14. But also, hello, Johan Cruijff. 14. So yeah, it's also Cruyff's number. So yeah, and I also got a new football jersey. Doesn't have my name on it, but it's the iconic 74 football jersey. So like, hell yeah, I got it. If I'm not in orange when the Dutch are playing, we lose. So I have to wear orange on Sunday. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so circle back to the discovery, the malachite that they found. Many of these fragments show clear signs of heating. Crucially, other materials in the same layers do not. That contrast suggests the burning was deliberate. This wasn't incidental, the researchers note. Fire was being used in a controlled way, likely as part of processing the mineral. If confirmed, the findings would mark Cave 338 as an early example of copper working at high altitude, something rarely documented for this period. The excavation itself has been limited in size, covering about 6 square meters, but it has revealed a dense sequence of activity. 4 layers have been identified. The oldest contains charcoal dated to roughly 6,000 years ago. Above it are layers rich in hearths and artifacts indicating repeated visits over long stretches of time. Radiocarbon dating places the most active phase between 5,500 and 4,000 years ago, with later use continuing until around 3,000 years ago. The hearths overlap in places, showing that visitors reused the same areas, though the separations between them suggests long gaps between occupations. Taken together, the evidence points to short stays rather than permanent settlement. Groups likely arrived with specific tasks in mind, stayed for a limited period, and then left, only to return again years or even centuries later. Alongside the signs of mineral processing, archaeologists uncovered human remains, a child's finger bone, and a baby tooth. Both are thought to belong to women and may reflect something more specific to the local environment. Much remains unresolved. Researchers are still working to confirm the identity of green mineral and trace its origins. The excavation has not yet reached the deepest layers of the cave, leaving open the possibility of older material below. Fieldwork is set to resume this summer, but for now, Cave 338 offers a clear message. High mountain regions were okay. Are we still here? So I was fully gone for a moment. I was like, do I need to set up a whole new stream or what's happening? Okay, so I mean I was fully gone. So do I need to restart or not? Because Twitch seems to still be buffering. Okay, no, Twitch is working now. Okay.